Hey everybody, hope you guys doing alright. So I'm going to share with you how I feel things have gone down and where they're at right now and where they could possibly go. My video cuts out. Sometimes my phone does that because my storage is all weirded out. I've been deleting videos, but it's temperamental sometimes. So anyway, here we go. This is going back a few years now. I jumped on a stream and just it wasn't really confession, but it was an admittance or forthcomingness of me feeling like a particular person was my soulmate. And I think it took her. I think it was a little bit of a shock. I mean, obviously, I mean, hearing somebody say that to you is that's something you don't hear every day. So of course, it's going to shock somebody. And I think in doing so, and because I think she's been hurt so much in the past, I think she decided to put on a front to defend herself in her heart. And I totally get it because I've recently been feeling the same way. After you get hurt so many times and times and times and times and times again, you because like there is something to that when you express love to somebody, when you're vulnerable and you share it and you put it out there, and they treat you like shit, like that shit hurts. I don't care what you say, man, it hurts. Maybe the more you grow in wisdom and experience, you can learn to react to that in a better way. But I think for anybody, it's still gonna hurt. Again, there's healthy ways of reaction and unhealthy ways of reaction. But So because of all that pain that can come from opening your heart to people, and me saying this, without her even knowing me, I can see also, I've been watching her for a while, and she doesn't even like know who the fuck I am. So I'm saying this to her, and she doesn't know who the fuck I am. I can see how there could be a lot of potentially confusion or just fear and like tension and like not knowing what to do. And so from that situation she's going to defend herself because she's been abused by a lot of people. And so I totally get it. I totally get being defensive and hard and callous and even cold and mean to myself. And then also like, and then she's like, okay, well, if I am going to be with this dude, then I'm going to at least try to mold him into that which is going to be appeasing to me and something that I want to be with. And since some people don't know how to like share experiences and lessons and love in a way that helps uplift people, the other way of doing it is to kind of like criticize people and to point out their flaws and to make fun of them in hopes of changing them. I'm thinking that there was motivation to help change a person, rather than just to hurt the person. Although I do think some of the motivation has been to hurt me too, but I do feel like there's been a good amount of energy and attention put to like saying things to get me to change my ways so that things can work out well for us. And so then there's my side of the story, and I'm somebody who's been through I mean, I was bullied as a kid and stuff like that. And just, like a lot of my friends, I allowed them to lead in a lot of different ways. And, I'd say things and share things, and like they kind of just were dismissive, wanted to do their own fucking thing. And like I'm sitting here thinking, like, oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. And then more times than not, I ended up being right. Their idea didn't work. And I was left, and but then it would also like create a disconnect between me and a friend because like they know their idea didn't work, and yet I'm sitting here being humble and soft spoken, and I'm just like, I don't really want to fight you guys. This was your way, it didn't work for you, so I'm just gonna let you guys go and do your thing, and I'm just gonna sit here and do my thing. But it because I really don't like conflict, and I don't like trying to tell people they're wrong. It's something I need to get over. A lot of times I would just sit in the back seat and not be assertive in what I knew, and I'd allow people to kind of walk over me. And so when a particular person started acting in a similar type of way, it really pushed me away. So I think there's been a lot of miscommunication, and I think now I'm starting to feel better. But obviously dealing with suicidal tendencies and drug addiction and stuff like that, like it's not for anybody in that type of situation. It's not healthy to be around people that don't want your best health. Even if they do, but if they're not presenting it in a way that's conducive to health, then it's like, well, my senses, me, I'm going to pick up on that and be deterred, because it's like, well, that's not going to help me grow. Like I'm in a situation to where I'm thinking about seriously ending it or just continuing to destroy myself in a fucking horrible way. And it's like that being around energy that seems to be directed towards hurting me, even though it may have been a front for trying to love me, it still deterred me. And so it's like, and I think this is part of the miscommunication that has happened, And I also am totally aware and I admit that, my drug addiction has, put me into an isolated existence that's kept me from wanting to communicate with people, because it's like it kind of interrupts the high. And it's like, in order to really, break this, you know, kind of spell that's between, me and a particular person, like it would take a lot of communication. And in order to be in that state, I can't have my dopamine being fucked with all the time. And it's like, I need to be there. I need to be able to be there as well as I can be. And I haven't been that way. And I think that's also what's allowed, or what's maybe motivated her to seek, love in so many other places. But at the end of the day, I think she feels like she knows, like, it's like, well, it's not going to be as deep a connection as it could possibly be with me. So it's like, even though she keeps trying to find it other places, at the end of the day, she keeps going back around to the same thing that I keep going back around to. And it's like, the potentiality for a deep connection isn't, I'm not going to find anybody else, because like the level that I've felt with her is still something I've never even felt close with somebody else. And I think she might know that too. And so I think this is what keeps us continuing to fight with each other, but also continuing to want to, perhaps secretly, love each other. And I think that to be honest with you guys, like, I feel like she has the most spiritual power than the other female that I've seen on the planet. And there's a possibility that I might be kind of in the same league in regards to males. I'm just being honest with how I feel. And if that's true, then it would be the power that could come from us coming together in a loving way is something that I feel could change this whole reality. It's also going to help complement us in the ways that we need to complement to be in a more healthy state for ourselves and to share what we know with others. Um, I saw some stuff talking about mentorship yesterday, and I'm thinking that, if it's possible, one of the best ways for successful reality for everybody and everything is to allow maybe me and a particular person to be mentored by certain peoples that, are going to be the best to mentor us. And maybe there's, some experiments that need to be done to figure out who's the best person for that, for to do that job, and then to do it. And then, once we've gotten into a little bit better place with ourselves and each other, if that's the way it goes down, then we could be able to open ourselves up and share with what we know with the rest of the world in that type of a way, while getting the good works, the program going, the movement going, helping the children, helping, share, insights on spirituality and love and connection and romance and relationships and talking and talk therapy. She's one of the best people, if not the best person. She is the best that I've ever seen in regards to speaking and communicating and being authentic with your emotions and the power that is in that. And that's something very profound, and especially right now, because there's so much just telling you just to take a drug, to go to therapy, to like not to hold it in. Like, there's a lot that's going against just speaking and being authentic and the power in that. And she is the best person that I've ever experienced in being, just speaking and talking and the therapy behind it, and communication and how valuable that is. And it's something that's dying in this world. So that's how I feel right now. But there's a lot there. That's why I think it might be good for us to have some mentors, a male for me and a female for her, maybe a little bit of both for each. I don't know, that could help us, get into a little bit better of a healthy place. And then from there, maybe we can connect and maybe not, but I think it's something that needs to be, at least attempted, because this feeling that I have doesn't go away, and I don't think it, I could be wrong, but I feel like it might be, she might feel similar type of way. But we could use some guidance, and I don't, the whole mentoring thing, I'd rather just look at it as more like there's skills that I could learn from people who are more experienced in those particular areas of skills, and there's skills that she could learn from people who are more, experienced in those particular type of skills. Because mentoring, like, it's like kind of like it has a connotation of like you like telling me everything that I have to do, and it's like, it's not the way I want to do things. I don't want to mentor anybody. I really don't want to be mentored, but I do want to learn from those that have learned more in areas that I need to learn in and grow in. So I am open to that. So yeah, there might be more later, but I think that's good for now. All right, I love you guys. Y'all take care. Bye.